The average American freelance creative loses around $31,000 a year. Not to a bad client, not to a market downturn. To math they were never taught. That's the gap between what a designer, writer, editor, or photographer actually earns and what they could be keeping. And almost no one on YouTube is doing the boring work of showing you where it goes. So I started a channel that does. This is Margin Notes. It's a personal finance channel built for one specific person, the freelance creative in the US who's good at the craft and quietly anxious about the money. If you're a designer juggling 3 retainers, a writer with a 1099 stack you haven't opened, a video editor whose income looks like a heart monitor, or a photographer who still doesn't know if you should be an LLC, this channel is for you. In the next 7 minutes, I want to show you 3 things. 1. The specific number most freelancers get wrong and what it costs. 2. Why traditional personal finance advice quietly breaks when your income is irregular. And 3. What this channel is going to do about it. Let's start with the feeling, because the feeling is the data. You finish a good month, maybe your best month. You see the deposit hit, and for about 4 hours, you feel rich. Then you remember, that money isn't yours. Some unknown percentage of it belongs to the IRS, and you won't know how much until April, when a stranger in a sweater tells you. That's the freelancer condition. Your income is a mountain range. Your expenses are a floor. And every personal finance app, every budgeting book, every pay-yourself-first video on YouTube, they all assume the floor and the ceiling are the same shape, a salary. When a freelancer tries to use that advice, it doesn't just fail, it actively hurts. You oversave in good months and panic in slow ones. You underwithhold for taxes because no one's withholding for you. You deduct nothing because you're afraid of an audit you've heard about but never seen. And the worst part, you assume you're the only one doing it wrong. But here's where almost everyone gets it wrong. The $31,000 isn't one mistake. It's 3 small ones, compounding. The first is pricing. A 2023 Freelancers Union survey put the median US freelance creative rate roughly 20 to 30% below what equivalent agency work bills out at. On a $60,000 year, that's about $14,000, gone before the project even starts. The second is taxes. Not underpaying, overpaying. The average sole proprietor in creative services claims fewer than half the deductions they're legally entitled to. Home office, software, mileage, a portion of your phone, your internet, your continuing education. The IRS data on this is genuinely depressing. Call it $9,000 in overpaid tax for a freelancer doing 60 grand. The third is what I call cash drag. Money sitting in a checking account earning 0, when a basic high-yield savings account is paying 4 and change %. For a freelancer holding a 6-month runway, which you should be, that's another $8,000 easily over a couple of years. Add it up. That's the gap. That's the quiet cost of not having a system. Here's the part that bothers me. The personal finance industry has been booming for 15 years. There are thousands of channels, and almost none of them are built for the person whose income shows up irregularly, in different amounts, from different payers, with no taxes withheld. Personal finance content treats you like an employee. Small business content treats you like a startup founder with a co-founder and a striped dashboard doing 6 figures a month. Neither of those is you. You're a one-person business that's also a household. Your P&L and your grocery list live in the same brain, and nobody's writing for that brain. So here's what Margin Notes is going to do, concretely. First, real teardowns. I'll take anonymized freelancer income, designers, writers, editors, photographers, and walk through line by line what they made, what they kept, and where the leaks were. You'll see the actual Schedule C, the actual quarterly payments, the actual savings rate. Second, systems built for irregular income, not build a budget. Specific account structures, specific transfer rules, specific percentages, with the math shown. Things like the 3-account setup that solves the tax bill panic in about an hour. Third, pricing. Because the cheapest way to make more money is to stop underbilling. There's a formula. It involves your real cost of doing business, your target take-home, and the number of billable hours that actually exist in your year, which, by the way, is not 2,000. No hustle culture. No 10 side hustles to make 6 figures. Just the math, calmly explained, for a job that already exists, yours. A quick word on why I'm the one making this. I've spent the last several years working with freelance creatives on the back end of their businesses. Pricing, taxes, cash flow, the unglamorous stuff. I've read more freelancer tax returns than I'd like to admit. And the same patterns show up again and again. The talented ones aren't broke because they're bad with money. They're broke because nobody ever sat them down with a calm voice and a clear chart and walked them through it. That's the entire premise of this channel. Calm voice, clear chart, your money. If any of this hit a nerve, and if you're a freelance creative in the US, some of it probably did, I've put together a 1-page PDF called the Freelancers Money Map. It's the 3-account system, the pricing formula, and the deduction checklist, all on a single page. It's free. The link's in the description. New episode every Tuesday. The next one is the teardown of a $75,000 freelance year, where every dollar went and what was left. I'll see you in it.